Creating the Cowboy with you. We're coming towards the end of March, and as far as healthcare reform goes, patients starting to look very sick, Patrick.
Yeah, I don't think it's going anywhere right now. I mean, we're sitting here Thursday. The vote's supposed to be tonight. The vote has just been postponed. The Republicans in Washington remind me of the Palestinians, who never miss an opportunity to miss an opportunity. And to me, either some of these guys don't understand the legislative process, or they really want to see Obamacare fully repealed so that they can somehow march back to their constituents and say, I killed it.
But isn't there a better way to do it? Couldn't you put some fixes in the most objectionable portions of Obamacare and then give yourself a year and say, by March 25th of 2018, it's history?
Problem with political dates like that is they never get adhered to, and the voters know it. The voters know all you're doing is kicking the can down the road. Look, when I hear guys who own numerous Burger Kings, other small business people saying, you know something, I need this. This is, as it is, it's good. Now, do things need to be fixed? Yeah, things need to be fixed. They've been fixing it all week. But, you know, the Freedom Caucus says, well, it's not enough. Well, what's enough? And what are you conceding? You know, concessions and compromise mean both sides have to give something. And any compromise means that nobody's happy. That's probably pretty good. So, to me, it's like these guys don't understand how things work.
Donald Trump and Paul Ryan ran on repealing Obamacare. Yeah. Where are they today?
The president has been working overtime. You know, you finally have a president that's engaged. This guy invites him to the White House. He had the Freedom Caucus down there so many times. They ought to take up residence in the upstairs part of the building. But what do they want? And again, I think they want him signing a surrender. You know, they want Appomattox.
It doesn't make any sense because after the defeat, the unexpected defeat of Hillary Clinton, Trump knew that the Democrats were going to give him a hard time. I don't think he saw this coming.
Oh, I did.
You do?
Yeah, because these guys, they're not interested in real legislating. Real legislating is very difficult, and these guys are interested in dying on hills. You know, Ted, remember when they closed down the government? Ted Cruz, we're going to close down the government. What did it accomplish?
Nothing.
Nothing. And the other thing is, do they think they're going to be rewarded by the mainstream media? The mainstream media is waiting to pounce on Donald Trump and pounce on Republicans. So you just gave them something. That's real smart. Stop playing to talk radio and start playing to the guy that owns the Burger King.
It's kind of like bringing a nuclear weapon to a schoolyard brawl, right?
Yeah, I mean, you know, what do they want? They won't say. And so to me, as I said to you earlier, you know, I said, fine, if I'm Paul Ryan, I bring him in the office and I say, Mark Meadows, you think you're such a big shot? I quit. You go ahead and be speaker and trying to herd this bunch of cats. Good luck to you.
Well, you've been following politics for decades now. Where did it start to go over this way? It used to be that maybe Reagan and O'Neill didn't like each other, but they would work together. You'd pick your fights. You know, you went along to get along, unless it was something, you know, very specific to your district or your state or whatever. But there is absolutely no compromise anymore.
Well, part of it is Tip O'Neill was a wise old politician, even though he was a corrupt socialist liberal.
It's redundant.
Yeah. But, you know, Tip O'Neill, he saw the Reagan victory, you know, in 1980. He saw the handwriting on the wall, and he goes, Reagan wants it. We need a tax. And even then, back then, they knew a tax cut was needed. And remember, all tax bills had to originate in the House. And at that time, Reagan only controlled the Senate and the White House. So that meant that the Democrats had to originate the bill.
Right.
Here's a situation where you control all two branches of government, the legislative and the executive, and you can't get a bill through, and you've been arguing about this for 7 years. I can't believe that this bill wasn't ready from Inauguration Day on. And if it was, what are they waiting for? I'm just getting tired of these guys who don't understand how things work and think, I want full repeal. Why? So you can go home and please the local talk radio host?
Well, even, you know, if you can blame this Freedom Council if you want, but I mean, they've had 7 years to come up with something better. I mean, that's when, if you're going to cut something to shreds, you better have a replacement.
Yeah, and they don't understand also the sequencing. You know, you want to get everything in this bill? You can't, because you're doing it under reconciliation, which means it has to be germane to the budget, and you can't add in things that aren't. Because then it gets over to Chuck Schumer, and with those, well, now we got it where we want it, you know? Of course, because then it takes 60 votes to pass anything. So I'm this idea of a standalone repeal and then we'll fix everything else is ludicrous, stupid, and it shows they don't know anything about how the legislative process works, in my opinion.
Well, if you're like Patrick and you've had enough of these knuckleheads in Washington, there may be a fix. It may take a while, but we'll tell you about what's going on with the Article 5 movement when we come back.
Huddle up!